The Massenburg DesignWorks MDWDRC dynamic range controller plugins are unique in their ability to transparently control the range of any sound source. The reviewers all say the same: incredible transparency, irons out level variations without sounding like it's doing anything at all. MDWDRC is revolutionary. Transparency is the preservation of the artist's intent. George has been working to perfect dynamic controllers for some 50 years, based in large part on bad experiences in the studio with a traditional compressor limiter or two. The MDWDRC2 Native for mono and stereo, and the MDWDRC3 Native for immersive up to 9.1.6 are the result of all that effort and experimentation, and are available for Pro Tools AAX Native, audio units and VST3. The best way to experience the DRC2 or the DRC3 is to download the free demos. iLok 2 or 3 is required. Both MDWDRC2 Native for mono and stereo and the MDWDRC3 Native for immersive up to 9.1.6 have the same controls, with the DRC3 supporting up to a total of 16 channels for immersive, and both allow for serious dynamic control without the artifacts associated with other compressor limiters. Let's take a look at the controls and interface. The steering icon opens up more controls to the right. The discrete and loudness modes and the ability to blend the two are a unique DRC feature. Discrete provides individual and independent dynamics for each channel. Loudness applies the same dynamic control to all the channels. Use loudness to preserve the imaging, for example on a stereo track with vocal in the center. Use discrete where you don't want any of the channels pushing above the rest, such as with an immersive ambience or a stereo piano. There are separate detector controls here for each mode. The loudness weighting lets you control how individual channels behave in the loudness mode, extremely useful for immersive mixing, for example if you want to exclude the sub from the detector. Let's take a very quick look at working with a stereo acoustic guitar in discrete mode to understand the main controls, starting with the default settings. Bring down the threshold until you see the DRC starting to control. Now bring down the discrete peak control until you see the peaks are being recognized. Don't worry about the artifacts, as we've set the ratio to 100:1. You can adjust attack and release controls to work on the average or peak signals as you would with any compressor. Now bring down the ratio to give a more gentle effect, and work on the composite and peak threshold to set the amount of dynamics control. You must listen as you adjust the controls. These are the basics, enough to get you started. Download the demo and try it on several different sources, including instruments, vocal, spoken word, and immersive music and ambient tracks. For more in-depth tutorials, check out George's series of YouTube tutorial videos on vocals, piano, and drums. And please read the user guide.
This is one of the toughest things to do dynamic control on because of the complexity of the attack of the acoustic pianos.
Massenburg DesignWorks.com